That's crazy how behind that is. Yo, it's so crazy. It's gonna trip me out every single time. There's not one time I'm gonna be like, yo, that's normal.
That's what you get.
How are you not? This isn't even the opening question. How are you not watching WandaVision? Like, what is going on? Are you okay?
It's almost become like a binge. I'm not good with appointment television anymore, ever. I stopped showing up to, even when I go to the movie theater, I'd never show up on time. It's terrible. Terrible.
Well, okay, fair. Let me just kind of kick this about the movies. Like, I am not a credits watcher or previews watcher. Like, I have always tried to time going to the movies. That's why and I don't like going to the movies, period.
Yeah.
But when we did go, I'm like, man, I used to hate, like, I just want to watch the movie.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm not a person that likes to wait. And there's an article out there, actually. I didn't read it, but the headline did kind of catch me, that it said, like, WandaVision's not slow. Everyone just forgot how to watch television. And I pretty much agree with that, because I did. Like, I'm like, I don't want to wait a week to find out what's going on. So,
okay. Yeah. So my approach is going to be accurate. And I don't listen to it. You could literally tell me every single spoiler, and I would forget it by tomorrow. So we would all be new to me anyway. That's what I was telling you guys.
Me too.
Like, I don't care. Whatever. Say whatever. One, I don't read half of what you guys write anyway.
No, stop. No, stop it. Cut it out. You read it. You read it.
I don't know how to read.
Yeah, that actually was sort of kind of my opening question. I was going to say, do you think this is the opening question for real that I had in mind? With regards to the article, do you think that society is too spoiled now to go back to, like, episodes week over week as opposed to binge watching?
Well, first of all, to my previous point, I only read the headline. I did not read the article. I saw the headline.
Just the same for me. I
sort of didn't read it because I didn't want, I thought maybe there would be sort of spoilers or whatever, even though there probably wasn't. But, so I will just form an unqualified opinion that,
which is basically
probably.
the same.
I mean, things have changed.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't watched something. God, I can't think of the last thing I watched. There was, not like a Saturday Night Live or a, John Oliver show or whatever that I will actually tune into the night that it's on once a week. But it's not the same kind of storytelling. Well, it's not a storytelling really at all. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, you have to take it back to, like, maybe The Wire or something, but I didn't even watch that all in real time. So
I've never watched The Wire at all. Yeah, man, I think I'm done with it. I think
get a little bit of static for that. Not for me.
I might.
It's
likely. No, you're not. But I will say this. There are a lot of things I haven't seen. Now, to this day, and I'm not trying to do this on purpose, I still have not seen The Wiz. There's a lot of things I just never was interested in watching, because as a kid, I was just really more like, You know what I mean? I had my shows. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm the same now as I've always been, but I'm late to all those shows. Like, I just recently watched the Avatar Last Airbender cartoon. Things old, but I'm catching up on it now, and it's a kid's cartoon more than anything. It's not like, whatever, I'm not going to try to sell it, but it's not really something that has to be watched or whatever. But what I guess my point is, I'm not interested in a lot of the stuff that people were really interested in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I told you, my kid is just now getting into Pokemon.
Yeah.
They made a whole lot of Pokemon.
They really did.
There's about 35 or 36 seasons of Pokemon.
Completely past my time and never something I'm going to be interested in.
Pretty much all the same. Every time I watch, it's the same story. Same thing is going on. They're scrapping through the whole thing.
Hey,
it's non-violent, but they're scrapping the whole show.
I'm with it. That's all I want, really. A little bit of storyline, and then, get to scrapping. You know what I mean? That was Clone Wars. They talk for a few seconds, and then stuff start getting cut up and blown up. Cool. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we have a jam-packed show with,
as always.
I think anybody can guess who's going to, who got to chill. I think, if you've been paying attention this week, you know who got to chill. So yeah, Kev, you ready to jump into this, man?
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to jump to the other side, man. Let's go.
Rap Sucks Radio. Blah, 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 blah.
What up, y'all? You live on Rap Sucks Radio with your homeboy Track Life and your fam, Kev Dakota.
You know.
We like to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Get him, Kev. I'm actually hyped at that response. People will figure that one out in a minute. If I catch it, actually. But thank y'all for tuning in. If you'd like to catch past episodes of Rap Sucks Radio, you can go to rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you would like to catch Rap Sucks Radio on your television, you can download BTSN, Behind the Scenes Network. Here's what you do. You go on your Roku or any of your Amazon Fire devices. You download the app or channel and click on it, and we are right there. We got our own section and everything. Rap Sucks Radio, surrounded by a bunch of other dope content. Behind the Scenes Network. Check us out.
Yeah.
Check us out. All right.
Should I tell them what it is before we get into?
Go ahead. Yeah.
So we're staging a bit of I am staging a self-intervention, but Trek is going to help me today because in reviewing the last few episodes of the show, I realized that I suck and that
That's absolutely not true, but go ahead.
And I use the phrase, way too much.
Yeah,
So, So, the only way I don't use it is, So I have my friend here. And every time I say, Trek's gonna ring the bell and I'm gonna take a drink.
Fair enough. That's how it goes.
If I make it to the end of the show, it's worked.
Oh man, I'm probably not going to catch him, but we'll make it'll be a lot of effort in this one. All right, Kev. Besides us with this segment, who else got him chill?
Ted Cruz.
Oh, my man. My topic title for this, Kev, is Cancun got to build a wall, yo.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Ted Cruz has got to chill. You got to chill, fam. You're doing too much. You know what I'm saying? You really got to chill. Mm-hmm. Now, I've gotten kind of the most recent information on this, but so when I say the reason, we'll get into that explanation. My bad. I just heard this weird stuff going on in my house. What are we doing? I was trying to figure out what you were doing. I'm sorry. This is all in the middle of the show. Okay, cool. Never mind. Odd noises.
Good night.
Okay. Anyway, so the reason for God, you guys are blowing up my phone with this Lakers chat. There's so many distractions right now. J Logic is arguing with me about the Lakers while I'm trying to have this show. Just literally, it's so ridiculous. Okay, I am on track. Here we go. The reason Ted Cruz has got to chill is because he decided in the midst of a weather crisis that was going on in Texas that he was going to take himself to Cancun for a vacation. Now, he's blamed several other people, but this article is from CNN, and it is note that a Texas GOP congressman has knocked Ted Cruz for his Cancun trip and says when a crisis hits, in quotes, this Michael McCall said, I'm not going on some vacation. So Texas GOP rep Michael McCall on Sunday delivered a pointed rebuke of Senator Ted Cruz following his much criticized trip to Cancun, Mexico, as a winter disaster rocked Texas last week. This is his quote. Look, when a crisis hits my state, I'm there. I'm not going on some vacation. I'm sorry. Pew, pew, pew. He says, I know Mr. Cruz called it a mistake and he owned up to that, but I think that was a big mistake. And as for me, I was on the ground trying to help people out and my constituents. And that's what we should be doing in a time of crisis, he added. All right, Kev. Listen.
You didn't mention the players involved.
I didn't. My bad. Ted Cruz, Michael McCall, and man, that poor dog. That poor dog.
Do you see the picture of the dog?
I did not, no.
Oh. Someone caught a picture of the dog looking out the front door of the house. That little dog was like, Papa? Papa?
Ted Cruz says, Ted
Padre?
This is like a 5-0 Goes West, but without the, dog instead of mouse. Ted Cruz said it was obviously a mistake and that in hindsight, he wouldn't have done it. I mean, that's what hindsight is. Like, what? Yeah. Right? What do you think Shaggy would have done in the Wasn't Me song? In hindsight, he wouldn't have done any of that. Bathroom floor, none of it.
He's super goofy. Silly.
Who leaves there? Okay, look. Me and my dog don't get along. I think I've said that on this show quite a bit. Like, we not squad like that. He's in the house because, by popular demand. But, other than that, that's not my homeboy. But, I mean, I'm not going in the midst of a winter disaster. I'm not leaving the homie like that. Like, we just got to scrap somewhere else. We just got to disagree. You know what I mean? I'm not going to leave my dog, man. Like, it's cold blooded. I don't even like this dog. I still wouldn't leave him like that.
Oh, man. What do you do? Come back to a frozen little dogsicle?
I'm like, dude, that's cold blooded. That's so cold blooded. Unless his dog had unless they had heat and electricity, at which point it's like that was cold blooded to your citizens of your state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah.
What a goofy dude, man.
And he threw his family under the bus so quickly. I was like, that was amazing.
He was like, they wanted to go. I wasn't tripping. I actually would have stayed, right? See, I would have stayed, but they wanted to go. So, I mean, what was I supposed to do? I'm trying to be a good dad. Like, right? Like, they tripping. Tell them stop tripping. Tell them leave me alone.
And the daughters, and they're like this. Stay here with the dog.
We didn't even want you to go. That's what my daughters would have said. We wanted you to send us to Cancun. We didn't want you to go.
Dad, you're like school on a Sunday.
Why does that still make me laugh? It's been like 100 years. That should never make me laugh anymore.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, boy. So, yeah, it was pretty funny, too, because I listened to that guy this morning when he gave that statement.
Michael McCall?
He was ready. He sat down with the pad and pen last night. He's like,
He's right.
I'm not going on vacation.
Oh, that's good. Hey, you know what's going on, man. That's when Take Money is playing. Take Money. He's writing it down. Take Money. He's writing that heat.
Yeah, he was like Jay-Z. Actually, someone asked him if he needed a pad and pen. He's like, nah, I can just go off the top. I got this. Just turn my headphones up.
I always wondered if Tupac had cliff notes on the rant at the end of Hit 'Em Up. Like, did you just Did you just? It's a trip off Ted Cruz. That's not a long enough time. Like, dude, you goofy as hell, hey, bro. You goofy. you wild goofy. There's nothing else, bro. You goofy. Like that's it.
Did you see him this weekend? Because he came back Friday night or whatever. He booked a flight back. Made a point of making sure everyone knew it was an economy class flight back. Come on now. So he came back, and this dude was out there with water, like he was cramming for a test. Like he made sure someone was taking his picture when he was giving out water and food and all the things that, you kind of expect your politicians to do. But he was out there with the team, boy. He was capturing content.
Such a goofball, man.
My guy, I was like, wow, why don't you just stop it already? He looked like an absentee father who shows up with a PS5 after you haven't seen him for 12 years.
That's the clip. That's the clip, yo. Ted Cruz came back with the PS5, dude, and the Jordans.
Oh, man. He was just blowing hot air on people's feet.
So goofy, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what to do about it. Like, at this point, I don't know. Texas got to figure it out. Like, I know that it's a very, very... Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just so important for them to keep, Republican leader that it don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
Their whole thing is just to fight it out. It don't matter. It don't matter who it is. It could be straight up Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
They just like, whatever.
Beto's out there. Like, Beto's living on unemployment at this point, and he's out there helping people and stuff. Speaking of dogs, I saw him on TV. His dog jumped up and knocked his camera over while he was on TV. So you have a good dog. My dog did that. I would leave him at Ted Cruz's house.
Right? That's the threat for your dog these days. Yo, get on it. Keep playing. We're going to Ted Cruz's house. Straight up. You know what I mean? It's winter. Take you straight to Ted Cruz's crib. Man, the dog was the dog in there with the Lionel Richie? Hello? You know what I'm saying?
Hello, Papa? Daddy?
Straight home alone. Straight home alone, dog. Man. Let's go. Yeah, man. We can move on from that dude. You had a topic title for this, but I'm gonna go with your topic title from last week.
Okay. This
is just good old racist parenting. Oh. I think we should double up that topic title for this one. We kind of touched on this last week, but I wanted to kind of give an update to it. So, parents were allowed in a school in North Ogden, Utah, to remove students from Black History Month lessons. Now, there are plenty of sources on this. I chose CNN since it was pretty much right there, at the top or whatever. But you can choose whichever source you prefer if you don't prefer CNN for whatever reason. The players involved are Maria Montessori Academy in North Ogden, Utah. So Maria Montessori Academy in North Ogden, Utah, after receiving requests from parents, sent out an opt-out form last Wednesday for those unwilling to participate in the school's planned Black History Month curriculum. The school would not reveal how many parents filled the form out, which means there were quite a bit. Now, less than a week later, school director Micah Hirokawa says that all families are participating and the school is no longer offering the option to not participate. Celebrating, and this is his quote, "Celebrating Black History Month is part of our tradition. We regret that after receiving requests, an opt-out form was sent out concerning activities planned during this month's celebration. We are grateful that families that initially had questions and concerns have willingly come to the table to resolve any differences. At this time, no families are opting out of our planned activities, and we have removed this option." Hirokawa would not say when the incident was resolved. The academy is a tuition-free public elementary and government and junior high charter school that uses the principles of the Montessori educational philosophy. Okay, fair enough. The since deleted Facebook post on the school's official page, Hirokawa expressed his reluctance in sending out the opt-out forms to the parents, according to the report from CNN affiliate KSL. Last few points here. Hirokawa cited his family's immigrant background in the post, saying that his great-grandparents were forced into an internment camp and that he sees the value of teaching children about the difficulties people of color have faced in U.S. history. He says, I believe that all of us, and especially our children, need to participate in Black History Month and in the process learn how to appreciate and love those who may be different from us. End quote. End my reading.
Gotta put a Japanese dude in the middle of this, huh? That's how you're gonna do it.
They're doing this by December, this Asian Black racism thing is gonna happen. It's going down, bro. It's going down. We either gonna force this thing to happen, or at some point we just gonna be programmed. So this show ain't lasting until December. Like we gonna have beef. It's over, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's over. You know what I mean?
Oh no. Thank you for the warning.
Forget about it, yo. By June,
tell you what, ring the bell. Ring the bell. All right, let's go.
All right. Yeah, Kev, what's up, man? Well, I mean, I know you got some thoughts on this one, so it's
Gina
outside
Carano culture.
Yo, let me tell you my favorite part. My favorite part is always the empathetic response towards the end. Like, my family went through this too. It's like, okay, see, that should have been the preemptive response, right? It shouldn't have been like, let's send the opt-out forms, right? And then on the back end say, we all have had these difficult experiences. It should have been the preemptive, like, yo, no, we're going to learn about this. My family was in internment camps, fam. Like, nah, we're not sending out no opt-out forms. Y'all need to learn to live with this. You know what I mean? But instead it's like on the back end. So, but Utah, they threw that man right there in the front. Like, you go.
Part of me hopes that he kind of flexed on him. Like he gathered the opt-out forms. Like, let me see something. Let me see something real quick. Gathered them up, put them in a nice little folder, printed them up, put them in a folder, and then called each and every one of them and said, thank you for your input. You do realize what we're going to do with these forms now. Since you feel so strongly, we'll let everybody know that you were a clown. And then they were all no. We only want to be ignorant if we can do it in private.
Right.
Or at the Capitol.
Right. Or at the Capitol. Yeah. So here's okay. We've had this conversation last week, but I have a better question now, I think. Okay. In arguments about U.S. history, when it goes bad, right? The common response is, that was a long time ago. Why are you bringing up old stuff? Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. But in conversations about wars with other countries where the United States won or allegedly won, have you noticed people use the word we in those situations?
Right.
You're unwilling to use the word we when atrocities are committed. You just throw the history in the trash. Don't talk about it. Mm-hmm. But we kicked said country's butt. You wasn't there. You ain't do nothing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to answer for slavery. I wasn't there. Then yo behind can't be on the 4th of July talking about what we did neither, because you wasn't there. So let's throw it all in. If I'm down, listen, I'm down. If we throw it all away, I'm cool with that. Let's throw it all away. You know what I mean? But don't be halving it like, we over here, but we ain't over there. We was everywhere, all of it. So take your we and keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And again, I'm going to hope for the best when it comes to how this particular guy actually approached the thought process around it. You know, give him the Kamina.
Oh,
discount. But something he said points to the real problem.
Okay.
Which is that he said, let me go back and read it again. Because when he was mentioning his family's background, he said he sees a value in teaching children about the difficulties people of color have faced in U.S. history, which by itself is not a bad thing. But what it points to is that all 12 months of the year, or 9 months or whatever the school year is, our children are taught to celebrate whenever they learn history in school, to celebrate the great things that Americans have done, most of whom, in the books that they are taught from, are white.
Sure.
There has, and one, Black History Month is not that old. And to use that month to cram in education about all the horrible things that have happened should probably tell you something about the balance and how screwed up it is. That,
sure.
You know, and I know that's not, I would assume that's not what he meant. And that's not how they approach the education of, you know, heroes and,
my bad.
Heroes in Black history in America. But that's kind of the problem, is that if you limit it to any specific predetermined amount of time without really thinking about why you're doing it or how you're approaching it, you're going to miss things. If anything,
right.
And I'm sure I would imagine I'm not the first person to say this, so I'm not trying to steal it. I'm just not very original. Is that because of all the things that we were not taught when we were younger, elementary school age, it would actually make more sense to learn about Mexican Americans in LA and Black Americans in LA the majority of the time. It would make sense to study for an entire grade what happened in World War II to the Japanese and the Chinese and every other person who had an E's at the end of their ethnicity who happened to be American, living especially out here. But we don't do that. And then we get all scared and, you know, can't do it anymore.
Nope. I feel like this is bad radio.
But these Karens got to get their weight up, man.
Well,
they can only complain they only have to complain for 28 days.
Yeah.
You don't even have to do the full standard 30, 31 days. You can just
they're complaining
have a
quite a bit.
Bitter look on your face for 28 days and you're good.
Well, the whole thing is, I mean, you know, we had I can't remember his name, but the Nigerian guy running for governor. The whole thing is, I feel like this gentleman was likely, I feel like there are group decisions that are made and sometimes you're in the group, right? This is kind of the benefit of the doubt type thing, right? And you're the principal, so you should be the loudest voice. But whatever, maybe you allowed him to make it, right? I just wish that whatever we want to call ourselves, minorities, people of color, however we collectively want to identify. Like, I don't even know anymore. Because if you say one thing, somebody says, no, you shouldn't say that. And it's not. So the collective us, whatever. I just wish we'd stop doing the dirty work of the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of wish we'd stop. At some point, it's like, you can stop. And when I say the oppressor, I don't mean like white people. I mean the overall oppressive ideals that come with a capitalist American society that is patriarchal and trash a lot of times. And we play right into it. And it's always counter what we're attempting to accomplish. It just is kind of like, dude, it's racist. Yeah, stop trying to protect it. You know what I mean?
It's public school. They probably take 3 months to approve the budget to inflate a dodgeball. So, and these people were not complaining until late January, probably early February at the earliest. So just tell them, no, you know what? Well, yeah, okay. You're going to forget about this.
They didn't get their act together. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They didn't get their act together in November to plan and organize. Mm-hmm. It was February 1st that these complaints started coming in,
Stop this.
And what kid came home like, Mom, they're teaching us about Harriet Tubman. I don't want to do that. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? What's the underground? It's not even a railroad. It's not even a real railroad. Why are we talking about it? Like,
yeah, nobody did that. If your kid's in elementary school and they're coming home complaining about it, you are definitely the problem.
Racist as hell. Yellow racist at the house. You brush their teeth with an N-word song in the morning. Like, all right, guys, let's sing the toothbrushing song. You know what I mean? Like, you just, dude. But, whatever.
We're going to take care of this with that here Kiowa fella tomorrow. Go ahead and pass me that Uncle Ben's and that Aunt Jemima.
All right. We will move from all of this into masturbation.
You've raised the stakes suddenly.
How's that for a segue? Yes. All right.
You are the king.
All right. So Kev titled this MasturBates Motel. Good job. Good job. As it happened at Universal Studios. A hot mic catches an LA sheriff's deputy allegedly having sex at Universal Studios. Oh my God. All right. This is reported by the New York Post. The players involved are James Bond, Shaft, Dragnet. Basically, all the movie cops have smashed the victims of the crimes. So there you go. I don't know if this was an actual victim, but I figured, why not throw Shaft in there a little bit? All right. Kev, an on-duty, make that clear, Kev, an on-duty LA County Sheriff's deputy allegedly had sex with a woman near the Bates Motel section of the Universal Studios lot.
Now you say on duty like it's a big deal. If I'm going to be allowed to decide how my tax dollars are spent, this is the kind of content I want to produce.
But wait, it is a big, okay. All right. And during doing so, he accidentally left his microphone on for a dispatcher to hear the blow by blow of the sleazy romp. This is creative writing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
Nice.
TMZ obtained a clip of the X-rated encounter between the unnamed deputy and the woman near the section of lot at Universal Studios devoted to the Alfred Hitchcock classic. Okay. I'm just, this article is, I am about to do, the worst graphic novel reading you guys will ever experience.
Let's go.
The worst, erotic novel reading. Oh, the giggling woman moans at one point. Oh my goodness. A female dispatcher then alerts the deputy that he had an open mic as the woman continues to moan and breathe heavily. 95 Ocean, you have an open mic. The dispatcher employs the deputy to no avail as the woman continues to moan on the clip. 95 Ocean, you have an open mic. Take care of the mic. Turn the mic off, son. It's going down. We can hear you. Stop. The woman then quiets down as this is so much shade. This is so much shade. As the minute-long clip ends. That's so cold. That's so mean. God, dude, people are so mean. The deputy does not respond to the dispatcher and then the portion obtained by TMZ, and it's unclear whether he was inside his patrol car or was outside the vehicle nearby. He has not been publicly named, and he was immediately relieved of duty. So there's that.
Yes.
Kev.
Giving her the old 95 Ocean, if you know what I'm saying.
It was so perfect. 95 Ocean. What he needs to do is he needs to follow up by starting a company, an erotic film company called 95 Ocean. You know what I mean? Dude, you got a future here. You know what I mean?
Completing an internal investigation of my own. You know what I'm saying?
What a view, though. The Bates Motel, like, whoa. Good grief. Like, turn the other way. It's like a golf course you can overlook.
Oh, boy.
Like, damn, the Bates Motel. That's like horrible. Like, what? Whoa, what were you trying to accomplish?
Can I ask you a personal question?
I'm listening.
If you were parked outside the Bates Motel, you were in a similar situation.
Mm-hmm.
Could you report for duty? If you know what I'm saying.
I don't know. I'm like, I mean, with the tram on its way soon, when does the tram come through, fam? When does the tram come through? Like, why not go to the section? I don't know how to answer that. I'm being honest with you. I would be like, why are we doing this here again? What creepy fixation do you have? Like, and I'm thinking, okay, for those of you guys who haven't been to Universal Studios, just be bored right now because I'm gonna talk about it. Like, right up the hill is the creepy thing with the rocking chair scene where where the mother is in it. Yeah. So I'm like,
no.
That thing creeps me out and I'm in my 40s. So let's drive down to the flood thing.
Yeah, let's go to the Minion ride.
Right side. Yeah, let's vomit from motion sickness at the same time. Nah, I'm 95 Ocean, fam. Let's go down to the flood part. Like, and when the flood thing, the rain, like, then, you know what I mean? Like, let's do that. I mean, why would you pick like the King Kong versus Godzilla part? Like, all the other things, like, there's so many things. The Fast and Furious part, like, that seems reasonable. Like, the Bates Motel, you guys are creepy. You're weirdos.
You know he got a standing ovation when he got back to the precinct.
He got high fives that we ain't
all
even
kinds
seen
of
yet.
high fives.
Yeah. It's a squad. They still high fiving him right now. Like, yo, if you're gonna take an L like that.
He went out with a bang.
For real. 95 Ocean in the building, yo. New rap name. You know what I mean? 95 Ocean. I kind of feel like they didn't give all the information because he's probably married.
Of course he is.
That's why I feel like, yeah. That's just kind of messed up.
It's terrible, man.
Turn your mic off.
Yeah. Take her to Cancun.
Leave the dog behind. Cancun.
Bring your kids back. Leave the dog behind. I can see it now.
All right. So to backtrack and answer your question, I'm going to say no, actually. No. I'd be nervous about the tram. I feel weird about the rocking chair grandma overlooking me. The whole little scene sometimes they set up with the dude that opens the trunk and puts a body in it. I'm totally spoiling.
They added that. Yeah. I just saw that for the first time. We were there a couple years ago. I was like, that's not a good job. That's not a job.
It's not not at all.
It can't be good karma there.
No.
It seems forced. It seems a little forced.
It's a little more than we need, actually. No, I didn't need it. Like I totally got it. I've seen the movie. That's the motel. Cool. You didn't really never had to have the guy come out and act it out. Yeah. I got it. Got it the first time. It's okay. All right, man. I don't even know. It's good to know
you had to think about it for a while, though. You're like,
I did. I really did think about it. I thought, like, yo, do I overdo it on the show and just, do the Superman thing and be like, yeah, no, it don't matter. Right there, Hades, right at the edge of the gates. I'm in it. Like, or do I be like, nah, this would be a little weird for me, and I'm just going to admit that it's a little strange. It's a little strange. Sorry, it's strange. I'd have other thoughts. I wouldn't be focused. How about that? Yeah. I wouldn't be focused.
You know what I mean? Keep your eye on the ball.
Exactly. Right? Keep that hot mic on. All right, man. That's our time. Yo. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We had a great time. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed it. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you would like to catch past episodes of Rap Sucks Radio, please go to rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. You can also catch this on TV on BTSN. That's Behind the Scenes Network. Download the app or channel on your Roku or Amazon Fire devices. Click on it. We're right there. There's a lot of dope content on Behind the Scenes Network, so please make sure you check in. I am your homeboy, Trek Life, and that is your fam, Kev's Coda. One more shot. Oh my God. And on the count of 3, we say peace. 1, 2, 3. Peace. We out, y'all. I couldn't even find where's what peace over here? It's peace over here. Peace of what? You can't mean PEACE. All right. Yo, rest in peace, Prince Marky D, by the way.
Word. Peace.